Hello students, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. Do you remember what we did yesterday? Yesterday we learnt about rounding of numbers to tens and I gave you few homework problems. Yes. Now these are the questions which I gave you yesterday. Let us solve these now. The first question is 153. Round off to the nearest 10. What should we do? We should look at the digit in the units place. It is 3 less than 5. So we'll write the remaining digits the same and simply replace the units digit with 0. Yes, 153 will become 150. Now again for 366. Here 6 is greater than 5. So we'll add 1 to the tens digit. So the answer will become 3, 7 and 6 will be replaced with 0. 370. Now question number 7. 2 is less than 5. So it will remain the same, 790. Now 8 is greater than 5. So 47 becomes 48 and then 0, 480. Yes, now moving on to question number 9. Now 5, whenever we have 5 or greater than 5, we round up. Yes, whenever we have 5 or greater than 5, we round up. So we will add 97 becomes 98 and we write 0 in place of 5. Now 1493, 3 is less than 5. So the numbers remain the same. We write 0 in place of 3. 1490. Now we have 9 here. 9 is greater than 5. So we'll add 1 here. 879 becomes 880. And then we have 0 in the place of 9. 8800. Coming to the last question, 6932. Now 2 is less than 5. 2 is less than 5. So the remaining numbers will be the same, 693 and 0 in place of 2. Yes, students, this is clear, right? For rounding of a number to the nearest 10, we look at the digit in the ones place. If it is less than 5, we round it down to the and if it is 5 or greater than 5 and then we round up. Yes, then we round up. Moving to the next questions. Rounded off to the nearest 10, what numbers could be estimated as? Yes, what should we do here? This is the rounded off number. We should find out the numbers which could be estimated as 1600. Do you remember how we did this one? We consider 1600 falls between which two 5s? It falls between 1595 and 1605. Yes, it falls between these two numbers, 1595 and 1605. So the numbers from 1595 till 1604 can be estimated as 1600 to the nearest 10. So the answer will also have 10 numbers, okay, to the nearest 10. So the answer will also have 10 numbers. As we use 5 as a method of rounding off, right? This will be our criteria. If the number is less than 5, then we round up, and if it is equal to or greater than 5, then we round up. Less than 5 we round down, and greater than 5 we round up. So in the same way, what did we do here? 1600 falls between which two 5s? 1595 and 1605. So the numbers from 1595 till 1604 can be estimated as 1600. Yes, this is the correct answer. Now moving on to the next question, 4000. Now this 4000 falls between 3995 and 4005. Am I right, class? Yes, 3995 and 4005. Or simply you can subtract 5 and then add 5 to the given number. Yes, 4000 minus 5 becomes 3995. 4000 plus 5 becomes 4005. So the numbers still from 3995 till 4004 can be estimated as 4000. can be rounded, when rounded off to nearest 10, will be written as 4000. Yes students, is this clear? Because when you understand how to estimate a number to the nearest 10, it will be easy for you to understand the next two concepts we are learning today, of which the first one is estimating a number to the nearest 100. We learnt yesterday, what did we learn? We learnt about estimating a number to the nearest 10. Today we learn about estimating a number to the nearest 100. To round off a number to the nearest 100, we take the nearest multiples of 100 for that number. For example, to round off 457 to the nearest 100, the 100 multiples that we consider are 400 and 500. Yes, 400 and 500. Now when we look at those in the on a number line, we have 450 again in the halfway, we have 400 here, 500 here. The number we want is 457. Now 450 is halfway between 400 and 500, and 457 is greater than 450. Yes, 457 is greater than 450, which shows that 457 is nearer to 500 than 400. So we take 457 as 500 when we round off to the nearest 100. Did you understand this, students? We are estimating the given number, which is 457, to the nearest 100. See, this is 457. It is not a perfect 100. What will the perfect 100 becomes? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 and so on, right? The multiples of 100. The given number should be represented as a multiple of 100. Now when we say 457, it comes between these two multiples, that are 400 and 500. 457 falls between 400 and 500. Yes, now 457 is nearer to 500. So 457, we take it as 500 when we round off to the nearest 100. Let us understand this with the in a stepwise manner. Okay, so we take, if in the question they asked about 423, we take 423 as 400 when we round off to the nearest 100. Why? Because this is nearer to 400 than 500. Yes, let us look at the rule to round off to the nearest 100. Look at the digit in the tens place. If it is less than 5, round down. If it is 5 or more, round up. If you remember, for rounding off to the nearest 10, what did we do, students? For example, there was this number 154 and we need to round it off to the nearest 10. Yes, to the nearest 10. We looked at the number in the ones place. If it was less than 5, we rounded down. If it was equal to or greater than 5, we rounded up. In the same way, for the nearest 100, what should we do is, look at the number in the tens place. Okay, look at the number in the tens place. If it is less than 5, round down, and if it is equal to or greater than 5, round up. Clear, students? This is why I was saying that if you understand the concept of rounding off a number to the nearest 10, it will be very easy for you to round off the numbers to the nearest hundreds and thousands. Let us look at an example here. 3482. We should round it off to the nearest 100. Now what did I say? Look at the number in the tens place. The number in the tens place is 8 here. Now 8 is more than 5. 8 is more than 5. So what we'll do? What did we do for the... wait a minute. See, if this is the number and we had to round it off to 10, what did we do? We looked at the number in, let us take 6. Okay, we looked at the number in the ones place, which is 6. Now this is greater than 5. This is greater than 5. So we added 1 to the number in tens place. It became 1, 6, and replace the number in ones place with 0. We got the answer as 160. Right? In the same way, if we consider the same example, rounding off to the hundreds, what should we do? We should look at the digit in tens place. We should look at the digit in tens place. It is equal to 5. So again we round up. Now where should we add the 1? See, if you observe here, we looked at this number and added 1 to the digit which is to its left. Yes, added 1 to the digit which is to its left. In the same way, we add 1 to the digit on its left, which is the digit in hundreds place. Okay. Consider the digit in tens place, and if it is equal to or greater than 5, then add 1 to the digit in hundreds place. Now what will the answer be? 1 plus 1 becomes 2. Again, what did we do here? We replaced the digit in ones place with 0. We were considering the ones place digit, so we replaced it with 0. Here we are considering the digit in the tens place. We'll replace it with 0 and the other number also with 0. The answer becomes 200. It is a multiple of 100, right? 100 twos are 200. Understood, students? What was the step 1? Step 1 is to look at the digit in tens place. If it is less than 5. If it is less than 5, then we round down. That is, 1 will be written as it is and the remaining 2 digits will become zeros. If it is equal to or greater than 5, we add 1 to the digit in hundreds place and replace the tens and ones digits with zeros to make it a multiple of 100. Is this clear? I hope this is clear. In the same way, here we are having 8 in the tens place. It is more than 1. So we add 1 to the digit in hundreds place. Now 34 plus 1 becomes 35. And what to do with the tens and ones places? We should replace those digits with zeros, so that this number 3500 becomes a multiple of 100. Yes, here we had 3482, which is not a perfect multiple of 100. But after we rounded off to 3500, we got the multiple of 100. Yes, students? Yes. Now, let us look at another example wherein 1435, wherein we have 3 in the tens place. Now, this 3 is less than 5. This 3 is less than 5. So, we'll leave the numbers on its left unchanged. We have 1 4 here, so we'll write same 1 4 in the answer. And what to do with the tens and ones? We replace them both with zeros. So 1437 rounded off to nearest 10 becomes 1400, which is a perfect multiple of 100. Understood, students? I hope you understood. What was that? Rounding off a number to the nearest 100. Let us solve some examples. Round off each of the following to the nearest 100. The question number 1 is 463. What should we look at? We should look at the number in tens place, which is 6. 6 is greater than 5. So we add 1 to the left number. 4 plus 1 becomes 5 and replace the tens and ones with zeros. So 463 when rounded off to the nearest 100 becomes 500. Clear, students? Question number 2, 795. Now 9 is in the tens place. It is greater than 5. So we add 1 here. 7 plus 1 becomes 8 and replace the remaining with zeros. So 795 when rounded off to the nearest 100 becomes 800. Now question number 3, 1348. Here we are having 4 in the tens place. It is less than 5. So the digits in hundreds and thousands place remain unchanged. 1, 3. Now the digits in tens and ones will be replaced by zeros. So 1348 when rounded off to the nearest 100 becomes 1300. Clear, students? Yes, now look at these 5 questions here, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Yes students, so question number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will be your homework questions. Moving on to the next questions. Round off to the nearest 100. What numbers could be estimated as 600? Again, we did this type of questions for the nearest tens, right? What did we do? We subtracted 5 and then added 5 to the number. Here for 100, we should subtract 50 and add 50. 650 minus 50 becomes 550. Now 650 plus 50 becomes 650. Now the numbers from 550 till 649 can be estimated as 600. You take any any number you want, students. Okay, let us take 649 only. So when we take 649, 4 is in the tens place, it is less than 5, so the number here will remain unchanged and the remaining 2 digits will be replaced by zeros. So 649 will be estimated as 600. Understood, students? What for the tens we added and subtracted 5. For hundreds we are adding and subtracting minus 50 and plus 50. Again, why minus 50 and plus 50? Here the digit which we are comparing is in the tens place. Yes, so the digit we are comparing is in the tens place. So in short we can say that if these two digits are less than 50, then we round it down, and if it is equal to or greater than 50, we round up. So as we are taking 50 here as the criteria, we need to subtract 50 and add 50 to find out the numbers that could be estimated as 600. Again, as I said, see numbers from 550 to 599 and 601 to 649. Now again, as I said, as we are finding out the numbers that could be estimated as 600, we cannot give a single correct answer. So there are many possible answers for this. Moving on to the second question, 900. Again, which numbers can be estimated as 900? Subtract 50 from it, we get 850, and add 50 to it, we get 950. So the numbers from 850 till 949. Why not 950? When we take 950, 5 is in the tens place, so it is equal to 5. We round up, we add 1 to the digit in tens place. 9 plus 1 becomes 10, and we add 1 to the digit in hundreds place, sorry, not tens, hundreds place, and the digits in tens and ones place will be replaced by zeros. So the number we get is 1000 but not 900. So when we estimate 950 to the nearest 100, the number we get is 1000 but not 900. So the numbers from 850 till 949, when estimated to the nearest 100, will give 900 as the answer. Okay. Yes students, I solved 1 and 2. 3, 4 and 5 are for your trying out. Try solving these problems. Next, estimating a number to the nearest 1000. To round off a number to the nearest 1000, we consider the nearest multiples of 1000 for that number. Rule: look at the digit in the hundreds place. If it is 5 or more, then round up. That is, replace the digit at ones, tens and hundreds place by 0 and add 1 to the digit at thousands place. If it is less than 5, then round down. That is, replace the digit at ones, tens and hundreds place by zeros and leave the digit at thousands place unchanged. Okay children, the rules are same for estimating all the three estimating to the tens, hundreds or thousand. The only difference that lies here is, for estimating tens, we look up the digit in ones place, and if we have to add, we add 1 to the digit in tens place. Yes. Now when we are estimating to the hundreds, we look up the digit in tens place, and if we have to add 1, we add 1 to the hundreds place. We add 1 to the digit in hundreds place. Now in the same way, when we are estimating thousands, rounding off to the nearest thousands, See, after ones and tens comes hundreds, right? So we look up the digit in the hundreds place. If it is equal to or greater than 5, then we add 1 to the digit in thousands place. Yes, students, yes. So again, where do we place zeros here? We place zeros for tens. See, in tens we have only 1 0. So we place 0 in the ones place, and in the number 100 we have zeros in ones and tens place. So even in the given number we replace the digits in tens and ones places with zeros. And coming to the number 1000, we have zeros in 3 places, that is ones, tens and hundreds. So even in the given question, we replace the digits in ones, tens and hundreds place by zeros. Is this clear, students? This is the gist of rounding off the numbers to tens, hundreds and thousands. Let us look at few examples like how to round off the numbers. First example is 6535 rounded off to the nearest thousand is 7000, and 6500 rounded off to the nearest thousand is again 7000. See, here we are having 6535. Now how to round off? We are rounding off to the thousands. So look at the digit in hundreds place. It is equal to 5. So we add 1 to the digit in thousands place. 6 plus 1 becomes 7, and all the remaining digits become 0. So 6535 is rounded off as 7000. It is a multiple of 1000, right? 7000. Coming to the second one, 6500. Again 5 here it is equal to 5. So we round up. By rounding up we mean add 1 to the digit in thousands place. 6 plus 1 becomes 7, and the remaining digits become 0. So 6500 is rounded off as 7000. Again 6123. We are having 1 at hundreds place. It is less than 5. So the 6 remains the same. So we have 6 and replacing the remaining digits with 0. 6123 becomes 6000 when rounded off to the nearest thousand. Again 7693. Look at the digit in hundreds place. It is greater than 5. So add 1 to the digit in thousands place. 7 plus 1 becomes 8. Now replace the remaining digits with zeros. 8000. 7693 rounded off to the nearest thousand becomes 8000. And the last example, 5316. Now 3 is in hundreds place. It is less than 5. So the digit in thousands place remains unchanged. 5 will be written as 5 only. Now the digits in ones, tens and hundreds places will be replaced by zeros. So 5316 rounded off to the nearest thousand becomes 5000. Is this clear, student? We took a lot of examples and understood, right? Yes, that was about rounding off the digits to the nearest thousands. Now let us come to the first question. Question number 1, 3939. 3939. Now when we look at this, what is the first step? Look at the digit in hundreds place. It is greater than 5. So add 1 to the digits in thousands place. 3 plus 1 becomes 4. Now replace these 3 digits with zeros. So 3939 becomes 4000. This becomes 6000. Why? Because 1 is less than 5. Now this becomes 6000 again. Why? Because 7 here is greater than 5. We are adding 1 to 5. 5 plus 1 becomes 6. 6000. No, yes, 5 plus 1 becomes 6000. Okay, students, I solved question number 1, 2 and 3. Try solving 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 for your homework. Okay, you can pause the video, take a screenshot, or simply pause it and write it down in your notes and solve the answers. Okay, I am expecting correct answers and we'll discuss the answers tomorrow. What number will be rounded off to each of the following numbers to the nearest thousands? Now 11,000 is given. 11,000 is given. We have to find out which numbers could be estimated as 11,000. See, for tens we subtracted 5 and added 5. For hundreds we subtracted 50 and added 50. Now for thousands what should we do? Yes, correct guess. We add 500, we subtract 500 and we add 500. Now 11,000 minus 5,000 becomes 10,500 becomes 10,500. Now 11,000 plus 500 becomes 11,500. So the numbers from 10,500 till 11,499. Okay, do not always take the last number, take minus 1 of it. So 11,499. These 1,000 numbers, see, these 1,000 numbers can be estimated as when rounded off to the nearest thousands can be estimated as 11,000. Understood, students? Here for tens we get 10 numbers by doing this, and even for hundreds we get 100 numbers. For thousands we get 1,000 numbers. Clear? This is simple, right? Yes. Now let us solve this answer. 11,000, as I said, minus 500 becomes 10,500, plus 500 becomes 11,500. So the numbers from 10,500 till 11,499 can be estimated as 11,000. Next question, 20,000. Again, minus 500 gives us 19,500, plus 500 gives us 20,500. Again, as I said, do not take this number, take it after subtracting 1. 20,499. So the numbers from 19,500 till 20,499 can be estimated. When estimated to the nearest, when rounded off to the nearest thousands can be written as 20,000s. These 1,000 numbers could be estimated as 20,000. Yes, students? Now question number 3 and 4 are for your trying out purpose. Try these two questions at home. I hope this was clear. Now in this question what we'll do is, we are taking a single number and rounding off to the nearest tens, hundreds and thousands. Both, all the three. Yes. What is the number? The number is 6,839. Firstly, let us round off to the nearest tens. What is the rule? Check the number in tens place. Check the number in ones place. It is 9. It is greater than 5. So add 1 to the digit in tens place. 3 plus 1 becomes 4 and replace the digit in ones place by 0. So 6,839 when rounded off to the nearest 10 becomes 6,840. Next one is rounding off to the nearest hundreds. Now what should we do for hundreds? Look at the digit in tens place. It is 3. 3 is less than 5. So the digit in digits to the left remain unchanged. 6, 8 will write it as it is. Now the digits in tens and ones will be replaced by zeros. So 6,839 rounded off to the nearest hundred becomes 6,800. Now again the same number rounded off to the nearest thousands. Look at the digit in hundreds place. It is 8, that is greater than 5. 8, that is greater than 5. So add 1 to the digit in thousands place. 6 plus 1 becomes 7 and replace these 3 digits by zeros. So 6,839 when rounded off to the nearest thousands becomes 7,000. Yes, students? Yes. Now 5,264. Again rounded off to all the three tens, hundreds and thousands. Now when we are rounding off to the tens, we are looking at the digit in ones place, which is 4. It is less than 5. So the digits remain unchanged. We simply replace 4 with 0. Yes. So it becomes 5,260. Now 5,264 rounded off to the nearest hundreds. spelling mistake here, nearest 100. We look at 6 which is in tens place, it is greater than 5, so we add 1 to the digit in hundreds place. 52 plus 1 becomes 53 and replace these two digits by zeros. So 5264 rounded off to nearest 100 becomes 5300. Lastly, when rounding off to the thousands, we look at the digit in hundreds place. It is 2, that is less than 5. So the digit in thousands place remains unchanged. We write 5 as it is and the remaining digits are replaced with zeros. So 5264 when rounded off to nearest thousands becomes 5000. Is this clear, students? I hope this was clear. Say now these are your homework problems. These 4 questions, what should we do? Give the estimation to the nearest tens, hundreds and thousands. Each number you have to estimate for all the 3 tens, hundreds and thousands. Hope you understood today's class. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates. शुएब हो गया.